Firstly, thank you for inviting us to present our work on the Gusto data board. So firstly, I'll first talk. Oh, okay. I'll talk a bit about our study first. So our study is called Gusto, and it's a collaborative work cohort studies across a few healthcare and research institutes in Singapore. So at the recruitment stage, we actually recruited 1,450 women who are in their 7 to 8 weeks gestational age while they were pregnant in 2009 to 2010. Then during delivery period, there were 1,200 plus deliveries made from these 150 women. Then currently the study is in its year 14 period, so the kids are 14 years old now, and about 75% of them are currently still active. So in our research, there are like metabolic, women's health, neurodevelopment, systems biology, children's health, and imaging domains that we take the data from. So we took all these data that we have collected and created a data vault where researchers or people who visit the website can look at the different data sets that we have, and those that we have curated. You can also use like the data playground or the data visualizations to view some simple visualizations and of the data that we have. Then there's also a publications page where people can see which data have been published in the different journals. Yeah. Okay. So currently we are doing the OMOP data conversion for our data sets, and we are using the CDM version 5.4. And because in Gusto we have a lot of different domains, and most of it are survey data. So we currently are just using Athena and R to do the mapping. And yeah, so we'll move on to the OMOP data catalog that we have created in the data vault. So we use the FAIR guiding principles and created a data vault so that the researchers can look at the data that is collected in Gusto using the OMOP concept IDs. Yeah, so there's a search bar where people can perform a search of the of the variables that they are interested in, and also there's a header for them to let them know of the relevant attributes that we have. So now I'll go to the Gusto data vault OMOP page to give a brief demo of it. So this is the home page where you will see all the homepage of the Gusto OMOP data catalog. So it's like there's a simple description of the CDM and some of the tables that we use for Gusto. Then at the sidebar, you can click at the different different OMOP tables that we have mapped to. Then like for the person table, because this study has information about the mother, child, and the father. So we have different sections for each of them. Yeah. Then if you click on the so some of the variables have links here, and you can click on them to see the breakdown of the like for example for this the breakdown of the gender. Yeah. Then like for example for the condition table, we are currently still mapping our data set, so we will slowly add on and extend the list that we have here. Let me do a sample of the search function. So like let's say if you are interested in the insulin variable that we have, you can search for insulin and it will filter out the relevant. Yeah, it's supposed to filter out the relevant the relevant rows that are related to insulin, but I don't know why it's not working now. Okay, let me try. Yeah, okay. So for like example, if you search for income, then the variables that are related to income will pop up. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, then there's also because in Gusto we have various time points that we collect the data from, so you can filter the time points from this search bar also. Yeah. So in conclusion, because we know that database schemas can vary for population health studies, so we developed this OMOP Data Catalogue for our Singapore cohort study, for Singapore's Gusto cohort study. Yeah, so in the future, we hope that we can develop cross-study OMOP data catalogs across APAC and maybe even the global OHDSI partners. Yeah, and hope that, yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Great, thank you so much, Cindy. We do definitely have time for questions. We did want to try to make this a little more interactive because we have just more time during this session. So and if anybody has anything, you can either put it in the chat, but it actually might just be easier to, raise hands or unmute yourself and share a couple questions. And I know Cindy has on the OHDSI website, there's a shorter demo and a bit of a longer demo on her specific page for the Gusto poster, so you can find more there. Okay. I see one thing in the chat. Aiden, I'd like to know more about the web interface and Gusto Omics. That's something you can talk about, Cindy?
Yeah, so for Gusto Omics, the data that we collect are actually like lipidomics, DNA, DNA methylation, and like a lot of the different variables that we have. Let me show you, might be easier for you guys to see. Yeah, so in our data vault website, you can go and look at like Gusto data catalog, and when you scroll down, there would be omics tables that we have. So for like the mothers, we have like genomics, microbiome, transcriptome, and some blood plasma markers, and also for the child. Yeah, so these are the data sets that we collect for omics. And for the OMOP data conversion for this, we are currently just working on the mother genomics data. So we are still at the very beginning stages. So if there are any updates next time, we'll gladly share that. Yeah.
Thank you, Cindy. I know some people don't have the chat, but I see Andy Cantor says that the website is easy to use, so that's good.
Thank you.
Aiden, the interface she's asking, Aiden, is how it was built and if it could be customized easily to a different project.
For this website, we are using like AWS to build it, and like using the Django for the web page view. Yeah. The for our data set, actually it would be quite easy to make up the data catalogs, because we just need the topics that are in the study, and like if there's any domains or like different tables that you want to put it in. So it's quite easy to make it into this web page. Yeah, so we don't really need the data itself. Yeah, we just need like if there like because we have data visualization, so if we want to do it, we would need some simple summary statistics for each variable. Yeah.